The night side of Earth floated below the station window. Maya sat at her console, headphones tight on her ears. For years she had listened to the empty sky. It was always the same. Static. Silence. Then the signal came. A click. Another click. A pause. Then more in a strange pattern. Maya's breath caught. "Captain, you need to hear this." Captain Idris stepped closer. He was a man of few words. "Put it on speaker." The deck grew quiet. The clicks formed numbers. 1, 2, 3, then a prime sequence. Dr. Chen whispered, "It's not random. Someone is counting." Idris gave a nod. "Send the hello pulse. Hydrogen line, keep it simple." Maya's fingers shook as she sent the greeting. Silence. Then the stars outside dimmed. Something blocked them. A shape appeared, black and smooth, like a drop of oil hanging in space. It drank the light around it. A voice followed, not sound, but vibration. It slid into their minds like cold wind. "Hello, small heat. We observe." Dr. Chen's mouth fell open. "They're speaking to us. Not English," Maya said. "Something is translating." Idris leaned to the mic. "This is United Earth Station Farwatch. We welcome peaceful contact." The dark shape rippled with a silver line, as if it smiled. "We measure, we test." "What test?" Idris asked. No answer. Instead, a needle of light touched the station's hull. The deck shook. Sparks fell from the ceiling. "Shields at 40%, Maya shouted. "Not a weapon," Dr. Chen muttered. "A probe, maybe." But then the light brushed against a patrol craft floating nearby. 2 pilots sat inside. The craft did not explode. It simply vanished. Everyone froze. "They're gone," Maya whispered. "Return them," Idris said firmly into the mic. The voice came back, soft and cruel. "They are measured." Before anyone could answer, another ship slid into view. A B. Massive destroyer, long and white, glowing with heat. The Resolve, its guns gleamed like teeth. "Farwatch, this is Resolve," came a sharp female voice. "Target locked. Hold fire," Idris ordered. His jaw was hard. "We tried to speak." Again, Dr. Chen shook her head. "Captain, their test is killing us. If we shoot first, we start a war." Idris replied. He opened the channel again. "Observers, life is not a test. Return our people now." The alien voice came back colder than before. "We came to see if you are prey." Resolve's captain cut in, her voice like steel. "Then test us." The black shape stretched a ribbon of shadow toward Resolve. It sliced across the destroyer's bow. The hull screamed with sparks. Maya cried out, but Resolve's captain stayed calm. "Railgun 1, fire a slug. Miss by 10 meters. The slug shot forward, cutting space like a knife. It grazed the alien ribbon. A deep sound filled the deck. Heavy as a bell struck inside their bones. The ribbon snapped back. The black shape rippled in pain. Pain. Unexpected. The alien voice gasped. "They thought we were weak," Dr. Chen whispered. The shape split. 1 became 3, 3 became 9. A cloud of black seeds spread across the void. "Swarm defense," Chen said. "We can't track them all." Resolve fired warning shots, slugs and lasers, weaving deadly lines through the swarm. The seeds danced but didn't attack. Then a new voice crackled on the channel. "Weak but human. Captain?" Maya's eyes widened. "Sammy." It was one of the missing pilots. "This is Sammy," the voice said. "I am inside them. They don't want ships. They want fear. They taste fear like food. But when we fought back, they smelled something else. They smelled war." "Can they return you?" Idris asked quickly, a long pause. "They don't know how." The alien voice surged again. "You are not prey. You are dangerous. We will not eat you. Return our people and leave," Idris said. The swarm shivered, pulling back together. A door opened in the black drop. 2 frozen suits fell out. Med teams caught them, dragged them inside. The names of the lost pilots were spoken at last, in voices thick with grief. Resolve hovered, weapons armed, waiting for the order. Idris said nothing. He just watched the dark ship. The alien voice whispered one last time, "This is enough. We will carry your fire to the dark. Others will know." And then it folded into nothing. Dr. Chen covered her eyes. First contact, and it turned deadly. Maya stared at the lifeless suits, her throat tight. And now they're afraid of us. Across the galaxy, the message would spread. Humans are not prey. Civilizations would whisper the warning, marking Earth on their maps with fear. On the station, silence settled again. Resolve's white hull floated like a sharp tooth against the stars, a sign that said, "Do not bite unless you are ready to bleed." Captain Idris finally spoke. "We mourn," he said softly, "and we prepare." Maya turned to the window. Earth glowed small and blue in the dark, unaware of the war that might come. She whispered, "They'll talk about us now, and what they say will keep them awake at night." The stars said nothing back, but they listened. The wreckage of silence still hung in the station. Maya sat at her console, fingers trembling over the keys. The alien ship was gone, but its words stayed like a shadow in her mind. "You are dangerous. We will not eat you." Captain Idris stood, tall, staring out into the dark void. The destroyer Resolve drifted nearby, its hull scarred from the strange ribbon of shadow. Repairs had already begun, but the damage was more than metal. Every crew member now knew Earth was exposed. Dr. Chen broke the silence. "Captain, the galaxy will hear of this. If one race calls us dangerous, others will come to test it. They will not leave us alone." Idris finally turned. "Then we must decide. Do we hide or do we speak?" Before Maya could answer, a light flashed on her screen. A signal. Not alien. This time, human. The United Earth Council wanted answers. She opened the channel. A wide table appeared on the screen, filled with faces of world leaders. The chairwoman spoke sharply. "Captain Idris, report." Idris kept his voice calm. "First contact has been made. The visitors were hostile. 2 pilots lost. The enemy retreated." The council murmured in shock. The chairwoman leaned forward. "Do you recommend we mobilize the fleet?" "No," Idris said. "Not yet, but we must prepare. They will return, or others will." Maya's console beeped again. Her eyes widened. "Captain, something's approaching. Multiple signals. Alien?" Chen whispered. "No," Maya said. "Human. Warships. They're ours." Through the station windows, massive ships slid into view. Titan, Vanguard, and Horizon. Humanity's pride, newly built battleships designed for defense. Their hulls gleamed like silver blades in the sunlight. A voice thundered across the comms. "This is Admiral Kessler of the United Earth Fleet. Station Farwatch, stand by. We're taking command." Idris frowned but gave a nod. "Understood." The Admiral's voice was iron. "Earth will not appear weak. These aliens need to see our strength. The fleet will make contact directly." Maya whispered, "Sir, is that wise? The last contact almost killed us." Admiral Kessler answered as if he heard her. "Fear is death. We will not bow. We will show them who we are." Dr. Chen muttered under her breath, "This is pride, not wisdom." Hours passed as the warships formed a line across the black. Their weapons hummed with power, charging for battle. Soldiers filled the decks, ready for orders. The air was thick with tension. Then it came. A new shape appeared at the edge of the system. Not one ship, many, long black spires like knives stabbed into space. They moved in silence, drifting closer. Maya's heart raced. "Captain, it's them! A fleet this time." The comms lit up again with that cold voice. "We test again. Show us." Admiral Kessler did not hesitate. "Warships of Earth, fire warning barrage. Make them fear." A storm of light erupted. Railgun slugs, plasma beams, and missiles streaked across the void. They stopped short, exploding in a bright wall of fire before the alien fleet. A warning, but the aliens did not retreat. Instead, they shifted, their black spires glowing with strange light. They opened holes in space itself, portals swirling like black water. From each portal, smaller craft poured out, hundreds of them. "Swarm detected!" Maya shouted. Kessler's voice roared. "Open fire!" The battle began. Earth's ships unleashed a storm of destruction. Slugs tore through enemy swarms. Plasma cut lines of fire. The black craft shattered one by one, but for every alien destroyed, two more appeared. Resolve fired its heavy railgun, blasting a spire apart. The alien fleet shivered, their voice echoing across comms. "You bleed us. You should not bleed us," Dr. Chen shouted over the alarms. "They don't understand resistance. They've never faced prey that fought back." Idris leaned close to the mic. "Then we teach them. Maya, coordinate targeting. Focus fire. Don't waste shots." "Yes, sir." Maya's hands flew. The war turned brutal. Ships spun. Weapons blazing. Explosions bloomed across the void. The alien swarm pressed close, slamming against human shields. Hulls screamed under pressure. One by one, human ships took hits. Horizon lost its engines, drifting in smoke. Vanguard was pierced by a black lance, flames tearing through its decks. Screams echoed across open channels, but Earth did not break. Resolve and Titan formed a wall, shielding the others. Together, they hammered the lead spire until it cracked and broke apart. The alien fleet shivered again. Then something unexpected happened. The alien swarm stopped. Every ship froze in place. The black spires dimmed. The cold voice returned, quieter now. "Enough. We measure. You are war." Silence followed. Slowly, the swarm pulled back into the portals. The spires folded like paper and vanished into the dark. The battlefield was left in ruins. Ships burned, lives were lost, but humanity stood. On the station, Maya sagged in her chair, sweat on her forehead. They left. Dr. Chen shook her head. "Not because we scared them, because we interest them. They will come again." "Admiral," Kessler's voice broke in, heavy with pride. "We survived. The galaxy will know our strength." Captain Idris, though, felt no victory. He looked at the stars and whispered, "They came not to destroy, but to study. And now they know we are dangerous. Word will spread." Maya swallowed hard. "What happens when the rest of the galaxy hears?" No one answered. The silence of space held the question like a secret. But deep inside, everyone knew. This was not the end. It was only the beginning. The battlefield was quiet now, but the silence felt heavy, like a warning. Burned ships drifted among the stars. Fires glowed faintly in broken hulls. Humanity had survived, but victory felt thin. On the command deck of the station, Maya sat frozen, staring at the empty screen. "They left," she whispered. "Why did they stop?" Dr. Chen's face was pale. "Because they learned enough. They don't want a war. Not yet." Captain Idris stood at the center of the deck, his hands locked behind his back. His voice was steady, but his eyes were dark. "They'll be back, and when they come, they'll bring more." Admiral Kessler's image appeared on the hollow screen. His uniform was scorched, but his posture was unshaken. "Then we strike first. We cannot wait for them to test us again." "Strike?" Maya asked, shocked. "You mean go after them?" Kessler's voice was sharp. "Yes. Our enemies learn too quickly. If they spread word of our strength, the galaxy will unite against us. We must show them we are not prey, not even equal. We must show them we are predators." Dr. Chen's hands tightened into fists. "This is reckless. If we attack, we risk waking powers we don't even understand." Kessler ignored her. "Titan and resolve will lead. Captain Idris, you will guide the strike." Idris said nothing for a long moment. His silence was heavy. Finally, he nodded once. "Understood." Maya felt a chill. She had never seen the captain agree so quickly. Hours later, the fleet moved. Engines roared, and massive warships turned toward the dark trail the aliens had left behind. Strange energy still lingered in space, pointing the way like a shadowed path. Inside her console, Maya whispered to herself, "We're chasing ghosts." "Not." "Oh, ghosts," Idris said quietly from behind her. "Hunters." The ship slid into the void, Titan, Resolve and Vanguard at the front, Horizon limping behind with its half-repaired hull. Smaller escorts swarmed around them, shields glowing. The path led them to a dead star system. No planets, only rocks and cold suns. At the center, they found it, an alien spire drifting alone like a spear stabbed into the heart of space. "It's only one," Maya said, surprised. Dr. Chen shook her head. "No, it's bait." Kessler's voice thundered over the channel. "This is our chance. Destroy it before they regroup." "Wait," Chen argued. "We don't know what it does. It could be a beacon or worse." But the order was given. Railguns charged, cannons glowed. Idris gave no protest. He only whispered, "Fire!" A storm of slugs and plasma struck the spire. For a moment, it was silent. Then the spire cracked, splitting like glass. From inside, light spilled out, not fire, not smoke. A swarm of machines. Maya's eyes went wide. They were waiting. The machines spread like insects, thousands of them. Small, sharp, each one, glowing with strange energy. They moved too fast for tracking. "Shields down to 60, an officer shouted. The swarm cut across Horizon, slicing through its hull like knives. Fires erupted. The ship screamed as it broke apart. Kessler cursed. "All ships concentrate fire." But the swarm didn't fight like ships. They fought like living things. They darted, weaved, biting through armor, vanishing into engines. Resolve's captain shouted, "They're inside the hull. We can't hold them." Dr. Chen grabbed Idris's arm. "We have to retreat. This is not a fleet, it's a nest." Idris's face hardened. He looked at the chaos outside. Fire, broken ships, desperate cries. "No. If we retreat, they follow. Earth will burn. We end this here." Maya turned, shocked. "End this? How?" Idris's eyes burned with a cold fire. "We use the weapon." Maya's breath caught. "The pulse cannon. It's experimental. If it misfires, then we die here," Idris said. "Better us than billions on Earth." He opened the channel. "Titan, prepare the pulse. Charge. All reactors. Feed them everything we have." Kessler's eyes widened. "That weapon was not cleared for battle." "It is now," Idris replied. The decks shook as Titan's core lit up. A deep hum filled the fleet like the growl of some ancient beast. The swarm sensed it. They turned as one, rushing toward Titan in a black wave. "Shields breaking!" Maya shouted. The alien voice returned, cold and furious. "Do not!" "You cannot!" Idris answered, his voice like steel. "Watch us!" The pulse fired. A blinding wave of energy tore through the void. The swarm froze, then shattered into dust. The spire cracked apart, dissolving into ash. The shockwave slammed through the fleet, shaking ships, knocking crew to the floor. Then silence. When the light faded, nothing alien remained. Only drifting wreckage and the faint glow of stars. Maya lifted her head slowly. We destroyed them." Chen's face was pale. "We also told the galaxy something worse." Idris turned to her. "And what is that?" "That we build weapons not to defend, but to erase," Chen said softly. "They will see this as proof. Proof that humans are not just dangerous, but monstrous." The words sank into the crew like stones. Even Kessler said nothing. Maya looked out the window at the broken remains of Horizon still burning in the dark. Her voice shook. "If they feared us before, what will they think now, Captain?" Idris did not answer. He only stared into the void, where more shadows might be watching. Somewhere out there, he knew, others had seen the light. And they would come, not to test, not to measure, but to destroy. Word of the battle spread faster than light. The moment. Titan's pulse cannon tore through the alien swarm. The galaxy learned a new truth. Humans were not prey. Far from Earth, in hidden halls of alien empires, rulers gathered. Their voices filled chambers built of crystal and iron, their eyes glowing with fear. They destroyed an entire nest, hissed one creature with silver scales. No race has ever done that. They used forbidden fire, another whispered. A weapon that does not just kill, it erases. A third, cloaked in shadow, leaned forward. If humans grow stronger, none of us will survive. Their warships must be stopped before they spread. In the silence that followed, every empire agreed on one thing. Humans were a threat. Back on Earth, the council met in secret. Captain Idris, Admiral Kessler, Dr. Chen, and Maya stood in the great chamber, surrounded by leaders from every nation. The chairwoman spoke with a heavy voice. The galaxy watches us now. Some fear us, some hate us, and some will prepare to strike. Admiral Kessler crossed his arms. Good, let them fear. Fear keeps enemies away. Dr. Chen snapped. Fear also unites them. Don't you see? By firing that weapon, we have painted a target on our world. Maya spoke softly, but her words carried. They will come, Admiral. Not one empire, not one fleet, many. And when they come, Earth will face a storm. The chamber fell silent. Even the strongest voices had no answer. Later, in the quiet of the station, Maya sat staring out at the stars. She whispered to herself, who else is watching right now? Her question was answered sooner than she expected. A new signal appeared. Not clicks, not words, images. Strange visions flashed across the screens. Alien cities, fleets gathering, maps of the galaxy with Earth marked in red. Idris frowned. Someone is warning us. Chen studied the images. Or threatening us. Suddenly the signal shifted. A voice came, soft and trembling. Humans, hear me. It was alien, but different. From the cold voices before, this one carried fear. Who are you? Idris demanded. I am Kale of the Orathi, the voice replied. My people do not wish to fight you. We wish to survive. Admiral Kessler leaned forward. Then stay out of our way. No, Kyle pleaded. You do not understand. Already, empires gather. They see you as a fire that must be put out before it burns the stars. They will not stop. They will not forgive. Chen's voice trembled. How many? Kyle hesitated. Then the answer came. All of them. Maya's chest tightened. They're all afraid. Yes, Kyle said. And fear makes unity. Even enemies now speak as friends, for they fear you more than each other. Idris's jaw tightened. What do you want from us? Kyle's voice grew weaker. Hide, run, before the storm comes. Because if you stand, they will send not fleets, but armadas. The signal cut. The crew sat in stunned silence. The room seemed colder, heavier. Admiral Kessler slammed his fist on the table. Lies, tricks, they want us weak. Dr. Chen shook her head. No, Admiral, this was not a threat. It was a warning. Maya looked at Idris. What do we do? Idris turned his gaze to the stars. His voice was low but firm. We prepare, and if the galaxy comes, we make them remember us. Far away, in the deep void, alien fleets already moved. A council of war had been called. Dozens of species who had once fought each other now shared plans. They build ships too quickly, one leader warned. We must strike before their numbers grow. But their weapons, another muttered. They cannot fight us all, the council declared as one. On their maps, Earth was circled in burning red. Back on Titan, Maya tried to rest but couldn't. The stars outside seemed closer now, like eyes watching her. She whispered, We lit a fire, and now everyone wants to put it out. Suddenly alarms blared. Ships appeared at the edge of the system, not human, not one fleet, but many, approaching fast. Contact! Maya shouted. Multiple signatures. Unknown count, Dr. Chen gasped. They're already here. Admiral Kessler's face hardened. Finally, let them come. Idris looked at the display. His voice was calm, but beneath it was steel. This is not the war. This is only the first wave. And when we survive it, the galaxy will fear us even more. Outside, the dark sky filled with ships, stretching like a storm across the stars. Humanity's war had begun, and the galaxy trembled. The first wave of alien fleets filled the stars. Dozens of ships glowed with strange colors, their weapons bright like fireflies of war. Humanity's warships stood in a thin line before Earth. Small compared to the storm that approached, Maya's voice shook as she read the sensors. "Captain, more ships every minute. I've counted over 500 already," Dr. Chen whispered. "It's an armada. They've united against us." Admiral Kessler stood tall, his face carved with iron. "Good. We'll teach them what it means to face humans," Captain Idris, calm as stone, answered softly. "Admiral, our numbers are too few. If we fight them directly, Earth will fall," Kessler's voice thundered. "Then we don't fight to save Earth. We fight to make the galaxy afraid to ever come back." Silence followed his words. The crew knew he meant every one of them might die tonight. The alien voice cut across the channel, deep, echoing, filled, with many tongues speaking as one. "Humans, you have been measured. You are dangerous. You will be erased." Maya clenched her fists. "They all want us gone," Chen whispered. "No, they want us forgotten." The armada advanced. The first strike came fast. Alien beams split the sky, slamming against Earth's shields. Cities trembled, oceans boiled at the edges. Panic spread across the planet below. "Shields at 70%, Maya shouted. Titan and Resolve answered with fire. Railguns cut through space, blasting alien cruisers into shards. Plasma burned holes in the dark. Humanity fought back with fury, every gun screaming, but the aliens pressed harder. Ships closed in from every side. Humanity's line began to bend. "Horizon is gone," Chen cried. "We can't hold!" Kessler refused to flinch. "Hold! Make them bleed for every step!" Then something strange happened. The alien fleet slowed. They circled instead of charging. Idris narrowed his eyes. "They're testing us, waiting for us to break." Maya looked at him. "Then we don't break," he nodded once. "Not today," Idris gave the order. "Split formation. Small ships, attack from the flanks. Titans, draw their fire. Show them we are not afraid." The fleet obeyed. Human warships darted like wolves, slashing at the armada's edges. One alien dreadnought exploded in a ball of green flame. Another split apart, spilling debris into the void. For a moment, hope burned, but then, from the heart of the armada, a massive ship emerged, larger than mountains, its hull black and covered in glowing scars. Maya's breath caught. "What is that?" The alien voice boomed. "We are unity, we are judgment, we are the end of humankind." The giant ship opened, revealing a weapon the size of a city. A beam of raw energy surged forward, striking Titan's hull. The deck shook violently. Maya was thrown from her chair. Sparks rained. "Titan is hit!" someone screamed on the hollow screen. Titan's shields shattered. The great warship split down the middle, breaking apart in silence. Thousands of human lives ended in one flash of light. Chen covered her mouth. "God help us!" Admiral Kessler's voice cracked with rage. "All ships, focus fire on that monster. Bring it down." Human ships unleashed everything. Railguns tore at the giant, missiles streaked, plasma burned, lasers stabbed. The black hull cracked, but it did not fall. Then, in the chaos, a voice appeared on the comms. "Weak, broken, but human. This is Commander Voss E. from Titan, reactor unstable. We can't hold it. We can detonate." Idris's eyes narrowed. "How close are you to the giant ship?" Voss coughed, voice fading. "Close enough. Tell Earth. Remember us." Before Idris could answer, Titan's wreckage flared. Its reactor exploded in a blinding light, tearing through the giant alien ship. The explosion ripped it apart, breaking its core into fire. The shockwaves spread across the battlefield, scattering alien ships. Silence fell for one heartbeat. Then Maya cried out, "It's down! The giant is destroyed!" Cheers erupted, but they were short. The alien voice returned, furious and broken. "You burn us, you bleed us, you are not prey, you are poison." The armada wavered. Ships pulled back, engines flashing. One by one they vanished into dark folds of space. The battlefield was empty again, filled only with wreckage and silence. Humanity had survived, but at a terrible cost. On the station, Maya wiped her tears. So many dead, Titan, gone. Chen whispered, "And yet the galaxy will fear us even more now." Kessler stood tall, though grief burned in his eyes. "Let them fear. Let them know we do not bow, we do not break." Idris, quiet as ever, looked into the dark sky. His voice was low, almost a whisper. "Fear will not keep them away forever. It will bring more of them, stronger ones." Maya's voice shook. "Then what happens next?" He turned toward her, his eyes hard as steel. "Next, humanity becomes what they fear most." Outside, the wreckage of Titan glowed like a dying star, a silent monument in the void, warning all who saw it. Humans fight until the end. And across the galaxy, empires whispered in fear. The humans had survived the armada, but worse than survival, they had won. The battlefield drifted in silence. Wreckage of ships, both human and alien, floated like broken bones in the void. Fires still burned inside shattered hulls. The great warship Titan was gone, but its sacrifice had taken the enemy's giant with it. Humanity had survived again. On the command deck, Maya sat staring at the holoscreen. Her voice was soft, almost broken. "It's over." Captain Idris stood beside her, eyes fixed on the stars. "No," he said. "This was only the beginning." "Doctor." Chen leaned against the console, exhaustion etched across her face. Hundreds of ships destroyed, thousands dead. If this was the first wave, what comes next will be worse. Admiral Kessler's voice boomed through the comms. He looked bruised but unbent. "Titan's sacrifice brought us victory. The galaxy will remember this day." Chen glared at him. "Victory? We lost half our fleet. Titan is gone. That was not victory, Admiral. That was survival." Maya whispered, "But we showed them. We showed them what humans will do to protect Earth." Idris's voice was calm, but his words cut deep. "And now every empire knows the truth. They will not come as hunters again. They will come as executioners." The chamber fell quiet. No one wanted to say what they all felt. Earth was in more danger than ever. Hours later, the Council of Earth met. Leaders filled the great chamber, their faces hard with fear and anger. The chairwoman addressed the room. "The galaxy has seen our strength," she said. "Already reports tell of empires uniting. They call us poison, a threat to all life. They are preparing for war without end." Murmurs spread. Some leaders demanded peace, others demanded more weapons. Kessler's voice thundered, "Peace is impossible. They will never accept us. We must build more ships, stronger weapons, deadlier cannons. If the galaxy wants war, then let us bring it to them first." Chen rose sharply. "Do that and we confirm their fear. We become the very monsters they think we are." "Better a monster than prey," Kessler snapped. The chamber filled with shouting. Maya sat quietly, listening, her heart heavy. She looked at Idris, hoping for an answer. He finally spoke, his voice low but steady. "This war is not about strength, it is about survival. And survival means we must be ready for anything, even for what we cannot imagine." The council fell silent. His words carried weight none could deny. Later, in the darkness of the station, Maya sat alone at her console. She scrolled through the transmissions from the battle, images of fire, screams, ships torn apart. Her hand shook, a faint signal blinked on her screen. Not human, not the enemy fleet either. Something new. She hesitated, then opened the channel. A whisper filled the room. Not cold like before, but sharp and strange. Human? We watched, we learned. Maya froze. Who are you? The voice replied, echoing like wind in a cave. Not your enemy, not your ally, a shadow in the dark. We saw what you did to the Armada. We saw your fire. Idris appeared behind her, silent until now. What do you want? The voice gave a soft laugh. To warn you, the war you fear is already moving. Armadas gather beyond your reach. Whole civilizations prepare to crush you. But know this, some do not want you destroyed. Some want you controlled. Chen joined them, her face pale. Controlled? For what? The voice paused, as if choosing its words. Because they see in you what they once saw in themselves, a hunger, a fire that does not die. To them, you are both danger and opportunity. Idris's eyes narrowed. Who are you to warn us? The voice grew colder. We are the ones who come after the war. When your enemies are gone, when your fleets are ash, we will remain. And we will decide what humanity becomes. The signal cut, leaving silence. Maya shivered. They're watching us, even now. Chen whispered, not just enemies, something else, something waiting. Idris stared out the window at the endless dark. The galaxy fears us, the armadas will come, but beyond them, something worse waits. And it's not afraid. On Earth, people cheered the survival of their fleets. News of Titan's sacrifice spread like fire, filling hearts with pride and sorrow. But far beyond their world, alien empires gathered, whispering the same word in fear, humans, and in deeper shadows, unseen by all, other eyes watched, patient and silent. The war had begun. The galaxy trembled, and humanity stood on the edge of something greater than war, something darker. Captain Idris's voice carried across the deck one last time. We will fight, we will endure, but the true war has not yet started. Maya whispered, almost to herself. Then what happens when it does? The stars outside gave no answer, they only watched.